How's it going, everybody? BurntBrian here. Today we're back in the man cave to review a hot sauce from the Maine Men Company, which is out of Buxton, Maine, and I'm talking about Lost Woods hot sauce. Again, I will have a link down in the description where you can find this company and find this sauce. I've actually had this on my shelf for a short time now, and I've been meaning to get to it, so I'm glad that I finally get the chance to review this one. The ingredients on this one are chili peppers, distilled vinegar, white wine, corn syrup, garlic, salt, sugar, spice, garlic powder, vanilla, xanthan gum for a thickener. You got potassium sorbate and sodium bisulfate, however you pronounce that, as a preservative. I'm not a chemist, so a lot of these things sometimes are hard to pronounce. So again, it does have some preservatives in it. As far as sodium goes, we got 45 milligrams per serving. It's a whole tablespoon for a serving, so that's not too bad. It says, when just hot isn't enough, our unique flavor takes over. So very cool. Let's go ahead and cut this one open. We're not going to waste any time getting to the review today. And as always, make sure you give it a good shake to mix all those yummy ingredients up on the inside. What do we have on aroma here? Ooh, that's got a really nice smell. It's unique. It's definitely a different smell. I'm picking up, what is that I'm picking up? I guess that's mostly a pepper. Yeah, it's mostly a strong pepper flavor I'm getting, I think, with a little bit of the garlic powder and some of the other spices maybe that's coming through that's changing it. It's definitely a unique, different kind of flavor. Alright, let's go ahead and give this a pour here. It's slightly on the fluid side, but it still is a very creamy sauce. There really aren't any chunks in it as far as consistency goes. I see a couple specks from like black pepper or so. Well, let's give it a taste. Interesting flavor. I like it. I mean, it almost seems a little too sweet at first, because there is a sweetness there. I'm getting the peppers. It's probably a little bit of the distilled vinegar. What I like though is it isn't so much vinegar that it's like a Louisiana style sauce. It's actually blended in there rather well. And the spices, whatever they're using, whatever their secret spices are, definitely adds a very different, unique flavor to it. Again, it seems somewhat sweet at first, possibly a little too sweet, but then again, you know, I'm trying to eat this just straight up on a tablespoon. So let's try it with a little food and see if it changes. Again, I'm on a kick lately with eating wraps and whatnot and tacos. So let's see how it tastes with this. Now, at least with my breakfast burrito, the sweetness is cut down a lot by the food, which is great. It does have a nice adaptable flavor. Again, it's something that it doesn't overpower the flavor of the food you're trying to eat. It just adds a nice little bit of sweetness and a little touch of heat. Again, there's not a whole lot of heat at all. So let's go ahead and start with the heat on this. I think I'll probably, for me personally, I would give this maybe a 2 out of 10 on heat, just because it really doesn't do a whole lot for me as far as a burn. There's a tiny bit on the roof of the mouth, but not much at all. And again, these are my scales. If you're not a chili head, you know, it might be a lot hotter or just a little hotter to you. It all depends. But I think I built up quite a tolerance here lately to a lot of sauces. So again, that's going to be about, like I say, a 2 for me. As far as flavor goes, I'm going to have to give this one a 4 out of 10 on flavor, and I'll tell you why. Again, generally when I do these scales, a 5 out of 10 to me would be, you know, an average table sauce, something that you could find on a lot of tables, that may not necessarily be super unique, but it's not bad at the same time either. The reason why I give it a 4 is I think there is a little bit of the distilled vinegar flavor. I think that if there was more spices, a little bit, maybe a little more ingredients, a mirepoix of some sort, if you had, you know, onions, carrots, celery, you had some kind of vegetables in there, it might make a little bit of a difference. And I don't know, I mean, it just had a strangely sweet flavor at first for not having really any fruits or anything in it, so it was surprising to me. But anyway, I definitely think it's a decent company. It's worth checking out the sauce, but I can't give it my highest recommendation in the world. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll have a link down in the description below so you can be sure and go and check out the company. And be sure to join me on Facebook. It's where I easily communicate with you all. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback of any kind, please be sure to leave them down below in the comment box. I usually respond pretty quickly. And thank you for watching. And as always, stay toasty, my friends.